Welcome to ULM. You've made a great choice by choosing to live on campus. Not only will you get to your classes quicker, but you'll also be in the middle of the action for student events and activities. This video will go over several departments that will help you adjust to life on campus, including student services, career connections, student life and leadership, the counseling center, and the activity center. But let's start with residential life. Here are some important things that you should know about living in the residence halls. There is a resident assistant, RA for short, on duty every night and on weekends to assist you with problems. Make sure to find out who your RA is and say hello to them. If you need assistance during normal business hours, however, you can call the Res Life office at 342-5240 or stop by the office in the University Suites building. Normal business hours at ULM are 7:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Thursday and 7:30 a.m. to 11:30 a.m. on Fridays. If you have any problems in your room that need attention, there is a maintenance staff on call 24/7. You can submit a work order at any time by using the Fix online link as shown on screen. As this is your home for the school year, you might want to have packages delivered every now and then. Packages shipped to the Res Life office will be signed for by an office staff member, and you will receive an email notification to let you know it has arrived. If there is a problem with your Dish cable TV, you will be provided the information to report it to Dish, not the Residential Life office or the Fix system. These reports will go directly to Dish.
Students handles many issues, including disciplinary ones. All students should read the Student Policy Manual, which is located online, as it is your responsibility to make sure you are following policies and procedures. The policy manual has important information regarding appealing a grade, dropping a class, housing, university policies, procedures, rights and responsibilities, offered services, and specifically the standards of conduct for students. Students who have been found responsible for violations of the Code of Student Conduct are held accountable. Being found responsible for violations results in having a disciplinary file. Sanctions could include fines, mandatory educational classes, being placed on disciplinary probation, banned from certain areas, and other restrictions or guidelines. Disciplinary records are housed in the Office of Student Services. Records include incidents of cheating, plagiarism, behavioral issues, police reports, complaints, and other issues. At this date and time, many companies mandate background checks on graduates who are seeking employment. Having a disciplinary record may affect the decision of a potential employer and/or whether or not you are accepted into a professional graduate or doctoral program. Think about your actions and the consequences, and be mindful that your decisions today could affect your future upon graduation. Another important aspect of this department is the maintenance and reservation of the Student Union ballrooms and the Student Center. Should a student need to reserve a space in these buildings for an event, please visit the Office of Student Services and ask for the Sub and Student Center Facility Manager. Reservations are secured on a first-come, first-served basis and are tentative until all of the required paperwork is submitted, so make sure to get it turned in quickly.
Career Connections is here to help both currently enrolled students and recent graduates prepare themselves for the job search, which is why we're all here, right? The friendly staff will help you polish your resume, work on your interview skills, and find internships. Workshops discussing hiring, etiquette, social media use, and more are held each semester. They even organize an annual career style show to explain the levels of appropriate attire for different business events and situations. Make sure you watch for their workshops and events to prepare for your future career. Career Connections is not just here to help you prepare to be a great employee. Whether it's through career fairs, job boards, or on-campus interviews, Career Connections can help you land that first job in your field. If you're not sure what field is right for you, come by the office and take some quizzes to see what careers might appeal to you. In fall, Career Connections will be located in the library. However, during spring, Career Connections will be located in Sandal Hall.
Next up is Student Life and Leadership, located on the second floor of the Student Center on Mitchell Lane. This is next door to the Student Union building. Student life and leadership encompasses all those fun things you actually look forward to in college life, like events put on by the Campus Activities Board, projects run by the Student Government Association, getting pumped with spirit groups, bonding and growing with the Greeks, and developing leadership skills with recognized student organizations. Let's take a closer look at these areas.
The Campus Activities Board is a student-run organization whose goal is to make your college experience fun by providing a wide variety of activities. Our big weeks are Week of Welcome, Homecoming, and Spring Fever. Other great events include Miss ULM, Lyceum, concerts, the Leadership Workshop Series, and movie nights. CAB's events are open to all students, so come out to experience our free, fun, and food-filled activities.
Student Government Association is a student group on campus that focuses on being the voice of the students to the administration. There are senators who are elected to represent their college, as well as officers who help organize and run the group. Upperclassmen are elected in a student-wide vote during the spring semester, but freshman elections are held in September. Each semester, senators and officers talk with their fellow students about how to improve ULM and the campus. They then take these ideas to the administration to see what can be done to make your experience at ULM the best it can be. They also plan 2 big social events each year, Halloween Ball in the fall and Mardi Gras Ball in the spring. SGA even helps bring in amazing speakers with the Lyceum series and sponsors the Miss ULM pageant, which is a preliminary pageant for Miss Louisiana in the Miss America system. You might see SGA senators and officers out in the quad, in the sub-dining area, or by Schultz Cafeteria asking for your ideas and opinions. Make sure to talk with them so your voice is heard. Or, even better, run as a candidate for your chance to be a senator and help shape ULM.
The ULM spirit groups have really made a name for themselves. Not only will they help raise your school spirit and entertain you at athletic events, but they also represent ULM at various community events, including grand openings, charity events, conferences, and more. ACE even gets invited to birthday parties and weddings sometimes because everyone loves ACE. Both cheer and Hawkline are competition teams. This means they have to be on their game all year so that when they head to Orlando in January, they can bring back some trophies. Whenever you see cheer, Hawkline, or ACE on campus or around town, make sure to cheer with them and your fellow Warhawks. Tryouts for spirit groups are held in the second half of spring semester.
Greek life at ULM consists of 3 councils: Interfraternity Council, National Panhellenic Conference, and the National Panhellenic Council, Incorporated. Interfraternity Council consists of several fraternities. National Panhellenic Conference consists of several sororities. And the National Panhellenic Council, Incorporated consists of the traditionally African American fraternities and sororities known as the Divine Nine, many of which have a chapter on the ULM campus. No matter which chapter you end up joining, once you become Greek, your goals are the same: scholarship, service, leadership, and overall excellence. Each of our chapters have GPA requirements to maintain. They each have a philanthropy they raise money for, and they all push their members to become leaders and well-rounded individuals. For more information about how to join Greek life, come visit us in the Student Center or visit ulm.edu/studentlife.
Recognized student organizations are an important part of college life. Not only is this a great way to meet friends and find study partners, this is also how you will gain hands-on experience to brag about in your job interviews. There are many categories of groups, including professional organizations, religious groups, recreation and competition teams, philanthropic organizations, and more. ULM has about 150 recognized student organizations at any time, all of them student-founded and student-led. The best part? If you don't see a group that you are passionate about, then you could be the one to found a new group on campus. Let's say that you were the president of the underwater basket weaving group in high school, and this is your passion. Then you can come visit us in the Student Center, and we will walk you through the process of founding the ULM chapter of the Underwater Basket Weaving Club. Now there's something for your resume.
The Counseling Center on campus is available to all enrolled students. If you are feeling stressed, depressed, or need someone to talk to, confidential personal counseling is available for stress management, anxiety, depression, grief, relationship conflicts, and more. The Counseling Center even offers couples or family counseling in addition to individual counseling. Other services include academic counseling, such as helping with study skills, test anxiety, and time management. Many of these topics are covered in group workshops throughout the year as well. These dates and times are listed in your student planner, which will be given to freshmen in University 1001 and will be available to upperclassmen on a first-come, first-served basis on the first day of school in the quad. Check the Week of Welcome schedule for more information about the planner giveaway. The Counseling Center also coordinates services for students with special needs, such as learning disabilities, physical disabilities, or temporary conditions. Elevator access can be granted to those with documentation of a physical disability or temporary condition that prevents the student from climbing stairs. All of these services are included in your student fees, so be sure to take advantage of them if you need them.
In addition to staying mentally well, you'll want to stay physically fit. The Activity Center provides you with lots of ways to exercise and get active. From the weight room to the track and treadmills, there is something for everyone's exercise preference. They can even help you with personal training and nutrition advice. If you prefer to exercise with a group, there are lots of classes offered, including Zumba, yoga, bar fitness, and more. Just check the schedule at ulm.edu/recserve. If you're more of a competitive person, then intramurals is for you. There's always some sort of intramural competition going on, including everything from basketball and football to dodgeball and knockerball. These services are included in your student fees, so you're already a member. Help combat that freshman 15 in convenient and fun ways. If you'd prefer to kick back and watch some pretty amazing athletes, then make sure you come to one of the water ski team demonstrations right here on the bayou. They've won 26 national championships, so you know they're good.
If you're still struggling with consent, just imagine instead of initiating sex, you're making them a cup of tea. You say, "Hey, would you like a cup of tea?" And they go, "Oh my God, I would love a cup of tea, thank you." Then you know they want a cup of tea. If you say, "Hey, would you like a cup of tea?" And they're like, I'm not really sure. Then you could make them a cup of tea, or not, but be aware they might not drink it. And if they don't drink it, then, and this is the important part, don't make them drink it. Just because you made it doesn't mean you are entitled to watch them drink it. And if they say no thank you, then don't make them tea. At all. Just don't make them tea. Don't make them drink tea. Don't get annoyed at them for not wanting tea. They just don't want tea, okay? They might say, "Yes, please. That's kind of you." And then when the tea arrives, they actually don't want the tea at all. Sure, that's kind of annoying as you've gone to all the effort of making the tea, but they remain under no obligation to drink the tea. They did want tea, now they don't. Some people change their mind in the time that it takes to boil the kettle, brew the tea, and add the milk. And it's okay for people to change their mind. And you are still not entitled to watch them drink it. And if they're unconscious, don't make them tea. Unconscious people don't want tea. And they can't answer the question, "Do you want tea?" because they're unconscious. Okay, maybe they were conscious when you asked them if they wanted tea. And they said yes. But in the time it took you to boil the kettle, brew the tea, and add the milk, they are now unconscious. You should just put the tea down. Make sure the unconscious person is safe. And this is the important part again. Don't make them drink the tea. They said yes then, sure, but unconscious people don't want tea. If someone said yes to tea, started drinking it, and then passed out before they'd finished it, don't keep on pouring it down their throat. Take the tea away. Make sure they're safe, because unconscious people don't want tea. Trust me on this. If someone said yes to tea around your house last Saturday, that doesn't mean they want you to make them tea all the time. They don't want you to come around to their place unexpectedly and make them tea and force them to drink it going, "But you wanted tea last week." Or to wake up to find you pouring tea down their throat going, "But you wanted tea last night." But if you can understand how completely ludicrous it is to force people to have tea when they don't want tea, and you're able to understand when people don't want tea, then how hard is it to understand it when it comes to sex? Whether it's tea or sex, consent is everything. And on that note, I'm going to go make myself a cup of tea.